see, my mom was in the Air Force, and I'm not allowed to say anything bad about my mother. So, like, a lot of my family members and people that I know are in the service, because like there's been rough times in the family, and like that's their only real outlook. So, like I said, my mom and my uncle were in the Air Force, and just for a little while, they didn't really do anything. Certain privileges, I wouldn't necessarily say like if you're just enlisted in the military that you automatically get like diplomatic immunity, but yeah, I think you deserve some respect for voluntarily laying your life on the line for the country. But if you're like a janitor in the Air Force base or whatever, I don't think you deserve special privileges. I serve. If I were to serve, it would definitely be the Air Force, because I think them and the Navy are the most transferable jobs, like most transferable career path. Because yeah, if you go to the Army, you can survive out in the wild for like 3 weeks, but you don't really know how to do anything else other than fight and kill. When I say Air Force, I think of Top Gun. I'm gonna be honest. I think of like pilots with sunglasses blowing things up. But I know that's not all they do. And I think that when people decide to enlist in the Air Force, they should be exclaimed that pilots take a long time to get trained and all that stuff. So don't have any premonitions about being Tom Cruise.
I view service members in the military as very brave individuals. Anyone who could really sacrifice themselves for their country. It's imperative to have a lot of respect for them. Whatever political party you're for, I think it's essential to root for those that are protecting you. And in the Air Force specifically, I have a lot of family in the Air Force, so I can relate to that, and I respect them greatly. I think service members are entitled to certain privileges, mainly because they're really putting their lives on the line most of the time. And I think that's one of the highest honors to give back to them and what they do for this country and what they do for everyone here. I have thought about serving in the Air Force. It was my original plan before I kind of worked out some other things. But I have a lot of family that have served in the Air Force and other branches of the military, but Air Force is the most prominent of all branches that my family has served in. And I think the Air Force would be my choice if I were to serve, because I just have a lot of connections to it, and I think it's the most suitable branch for me. I think there are a lot of misconceptions about the Air Force. I mean, I know that the general view on the Air Force is that everyone in it flies planes and that's just about all they do. But there's a lot more to it. There's a lot of aerospace and search and rescue. I can identify with that. I think if I were to go in the Air Force, I would enjoy doing search and rescue.